Bog Football back with another match preview, and we are in Europe. We are in Switzerland. Although the game has been moved, it's not actually being held at Zurich's normal stadium. So I mean that is a pretty intriguing scenario, I guess you've got to say. I mean, they're not going to feel completely at home, but you know what? In terms of the Scottish team so far this season in Europe, we've had some serious ups and we've had some serious downs. I mean, Motherwell losing both games was just atrocious. Rangers have did alright, except for that Union SG defeat. I mean, although the draw against PSV is slightly disappointing at home. Well, Dundee United, excellent at home, and literally the polar opposite away. But we move on to Hearts, and you know what, with Hearts, at least they're guaranteed group stage football. But nonetheless, they'll want Europa League. They don't want Conference League. You want to aim for what you can get. And I think 2 games against a Zurich team that ain't, I wouldn't say they're much better than Hearts if they're better. I mean, they're probably in between what the gap is between Hearts and Celtic and Rangers, or to make a rough estimate. Although I don't know my Swiss football, you know, so when you look at it like that, I'm probably going to go for that. But Hearts cannot go into this game fearing anything. Zurich, they're not a Barcelona. You know, they're not even a PSV or, you know, like teams like that. They're alright, you know. But Hearts, great start to the season, minus an equaliser from the big man, Martin Boyle, in the Embra derby. Of course, that made them drop a few points, but they are 2 points off the top of the league. They did start slow against Ross County in the first game of the season, but they're going to bounce back here. And, you know, that's the bottom line, but it is a neutral ground, so to speak. It is the Stadion Letzegrund. So Zurich, not familiar territory for them. Don't really know why it's being played there, to be honest. I might Google this, see what Stadion Letzegrund is, because at the same time, if it's known Switzerland, that gives Hearts a massive advantage. And I mean, I'm not going to say that Tynecastle's got the effect of the Rangers, but I mean, if Hearts can get a positive result like a draw here, and then they go out to you know, back to Embra, it'll be very, very toasty. But wait, what? So hold the bus here. It says it's being played at the Stadion Letzegrund on BBC, and then I type it in. It says that is a stadium in Zurich. Right, guys, make the mind up. Are we in Zurich or are we no in Zurich? Regardless, Hearts kicks off the night at 6. It's going to be a tough game. Team news for Zurich: both starting centre backs are suspended. They've got a player that used to play for Hearts, although he only played 3 times. It looks like he's going to miss. Halkett and Alex Cochrane are back. Beninjawi is out. He's the only guy out for Hearts. And you know what? Son of Scotland 90 heard his prediction last night. Sadly, work complications. He can't be here to this preview, but he predicted 2-1 in his over on Son of Scotland TV, so make sure you check that out. And if I'm making a prediction here, I'm thinking about it. I think Hearts are going to give it a go, and I don't think they're going to be too. Even if Hearts get beat here, and I'm actually willing to bet my life it's not going to be a pumping. It's not going to be 7-0, right? Nowhere near. I think the worst result for Hearts here is probably like a 2-goal deficit, because you look at this team against Linfield. They only beat Linfield 5-0 in aggregate. I know people will be like, oh, 5-0, that's fucking massive. Well, you know what, 5-0 is a decent thing, but compare Hearts and Linfield, and there's your answer, guys. Hearts, good team. Linfield, pish team. We move on. But in terms of my prediction, I'm going to go with a 1-each draw. I think it'll be a very close game, and a 1-each draw sets the tie up lovely for the return to Tynecastle next week. The game, of course, is on BBC Scotland. So that, I mean, it's great. Like the Dundee United games, I actually watch both of them. You know, you actually get to watch them instead of like having to get on a shitty stream, and that's what it should be. I mean, Rangers was on PSV. I'm not going to hold that, man. That's Champions League. They're never going to be able to get that BBC Scotland. But you get me. We did put up predictions last night. We've had 54 votes so far. Zurich with 39% of the vote. A draw with 11 and Hearts with 50. Looks like I'm with the 11. I'm going 1 each. A draw is 11%, 1 each. So there you go. But anyway, going with 1 each, guys. Going to go with Barry Mackay to get the goal For Zurich, don't really give a shit who gets the goal. Don't really know much of their team. But anyway, the match review will be up later. Can't wait for it. Another Scottish team in European action, brother. Testify, oh brother.